Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are y'all doing? Welcome to the cafe, y'all. It's nice to see you here. Chico, Greg, a bandana dog, Samuel. Hi. Hello, everybody. We'll be doing some VNs today. One VN in particular, just a continuation of Cienie. But I guess this is the official start of my Wednesday streams. Normally I'd be starting earlier, but I have a morning appointment now. I'll be transparent about it. I had therapy earlier. Streaming after therapy is wild. But you know, I'm glad to be able to get to spend it with friends afterwards. And you all. And I appreciate y'all tuning in. Yeah, therapy was good. I'm working on a lot of things. One of the things is changing my workspace. This was a big deal that, became important for people during lockdown, especially. But, when you're working at home, you really have to divide the spaces that you use for play and for work. And sometimes if you don't have the spaces to do it, the physical space, you have to change the atmosphere. So I'm streaming from my recording closet, which is the best place that audio happens. But, with streaming, I feel like you kind of have to be in a different mindset. So what I did was I grabbed the LED strip and I now have it hung up here, and it's bathing me in the purple light. So got a little bit of mood lighting. Kind of helps. Yeah. As I said, I appreciate y'all being here. Sunday we had a little bit of a story time stream, and hopefully some of you got to tune in for that. That was fun, but it was a bit taxing. Obviously, I do a lot of reading for things, but I guess something about White Fang, just reading it continuously like that, was kind of rough on my throat. Even though I was hydrating. Maybe it's because it was later in the day. It's possible. But. And not like I have trouble with yakking constantly. Last night I was doing trivia, my weekly gig that I host at a local bar out here. And that's always fun. As I mentioned on Sundays, I want to start doing stuff like that too for my streams. Doing game shows, finding ways to put on games for friends, have them on as on-screen guests, give y'all some interaction as the audience, get to play along and things like that. Just have a lot of fun hosting games and things. I've always said I want to be Samurai when I grow up. Hey Key, welcome on in. So, yeah, that'll be fun to do when I get that all up and running, but one thing I gotta prep for as soon as I'm done streaming with y'all is I gotta get packed for a trip to Atlanta. I'm gonna be doing board games all weekend. Some furs down there, put together a weekend retreat, and it's really just board games all weekend long. It used to be like a big house party where we would have games, like video games, PC games, movies, Basically like a big old sleepover, but with like all the Alanifers coming over to a friend's house. And they decided to split off the board game portion of it, and we turned it into just like this weekend retreat. We rent a bunch of cabins. We just play longer form games. We still have a few non-board game things. We have, underwear parties and trivia, karaoke. Furry friend weekend. Yeah, it's not a full-on con, but sometimes it feels like it. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. That'll be fun. I get my board game fix for a little while. But that's another thing. I love board games. Heck yeah, Zev. I always do. It's funny. So as part of the whole weekend thing, there's raffles and stuff. The hosts put up prizes and things, and you earn points for playing games, and they split us up into teams and things, and the teams all compete against each other and get little door prizes and stuff. Obviously, I'm not an Atlantifer. I'm here in the Pacific Northwest, but almost without fail, knock on wood, I don't want to jinx my luck this year, I always come back with at least one more board game than I left with. So I have to leave space in my baggage to be able to take it with me, because traveling with board games is a pain in the butt for flying. I have a special backpack specifically for it in order to keep all the games safe. I'm such a fanatic that I fly with Alaska all the time whenever I travel, and I fly with them often enough that I get priority seating, and that's specifically so that I have overhead space to safely transport all the board games. Because I don't want to get them all tossed around while they're in checked luggage. So I don't know. Folks have action packers for their fursuits. Maybe I need to foam pad a crate that I can just slot board games into. Maybe. Maybe that's the play. But yeah, I think that would be fun. Like a little recap stream, hey, let's look at my vacation photos. Dad Wolf is going to talk about his vacation now. Everybody sit down, shut up, and look at my photos. And talk about all the board games that I played. That'd be fun. But yeah, let's get Cienie fired up, huh? How about we read some VNs? Zev, yeah. Family photo slideshow. Everybody shut up and sit down. Can't we just get a nice family picture? Yeah. Alrighty. Oh man, I'm slowly getting all of my OBS scenes figured out. Cienie. I appreciate that in Cienie they have all the different pronunciation guides. Super helpful. I love that more VNs are doing that. So let's go ahead and get that swapped over here. Yeah, more VNs with pronunciation guides would be fantastic, because I know Cleaved does it. They have a lot of Norse words. Cienie is great because you click on a name or a word and gives you the pronunciation. String Zero does that too, not for sometimes for pronunciation, definitely for concepts. It's kind of like the codex for Mass Effect. And that's always nice. Get a little bit of info. Where is... That is definitely not. Where are all my visuals? Alright, note to self. Organize this stuff better. Let's see. I know I had a title for Cienie here. The pile of visuals that I want to use someday. My goodness. Where is it? All these goofy emojis and emotes. I need to get my emotes back together from Twinned. Twinned made a bunch of cute little emotes for me. That I would love to have over on this side of things. Little ice fang faces. I know it's here somewhere. Looks like we might have lost visuals there. Hopefully. Oops. Okay, that was weird. Yay, we're back. Welcome back. Yeah, took me a minute to realize that. Sitting here fumbling, trying to look for my visuals. I've been having a few network issues. It's always the Wi-Fi. You dang kids. Can you help me with my Wi-Fis? The Wi-Fis. Lesson learned. I gotta restart the router next time before I get started. That's okay. Okay, well, you know, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna flip this over, because I don't want to keep y'all waiting. Let us open Reaper. And let us get our VN open. And let us swap it over. One thing I realized, I think the game audio wasn't coming through, potentially. Hopefully it is now. If someone could confirm for me if you can hear the VN music, that would be appreciated. think it's doubled. I think it's good. I think we're excelente. So let's go ahead and get Cienie started. Make sure I've got this audio set up correctly. Okay. Get a new project open. Was this Cienie before? No, let's open up the recent projects. Here we go. And we're recording now. Nice. All right, great. All right. So let's load it on up from where we were before, y'all. I had a fancy little title for Cienie up in the corner so that folks could quickly tell what was up, but I don't know where it went. So I don't want to bug with it. Let's go ahead and get it rolling. We'll load up from where we were. We had Tomasz following a lead that he probably shouldn't have been on his own. Tracking down a spooky bull who came to visit him in the night. When he told his boss, his employer, Markus, handsome German shepherd fella, that he was off investigating on his own, he was getting into some trouble for it. So let's now continue. He's had some conversation with a handsome bear named Otto, whose sister's shop we work at, and a friend from a long time ago visited the shop, brother of Elias. Hyena came back to town. So let's see where we are. This is where we left off last time. And here's where we pick up. As I turn back to my front door, fiddling with my key to open it, a shiver runs down my spine. It feels as though there's someone breathing heavily down my neck. I turn around, but find no one. With a deep breath, I unlock my door, giving the outside one last glance. I half expected there to be that bull again, but it's just the gloomy sky as the rain begins to pour. I'm going insane. I lock the door and start taking off my shoes and jacket. The familiar smell of booze is intoxicating, like I'm drowning in alcohol. I prop the windows halfway open to air out the nauseating stench, but keep the rain from splashing inside. The empty cans riddling the floor emit a sharp crumple when I accidentally step on them. I should clean up this mess. Maybe later. A part of me dreads the talk with Dad. I don't remember the last time we had a proper conversation. I head straight to his bedroom. It's where he usually hides to wallow in alcohol in the middle of the day. I knock on his door a few times before trying to open it. Locked. Dad, are you here? Yeah. Otto told me what happened. You know we have 3 unpaid bills due this month? I hear something fumble in his room, followed by staggered footsteps. Oh. Yeah, let me check the game audio. I see. Yeah, I have it a bit turned down here, but let's go ahead and adjust that. Okay. Thanks for pointing it out. The door creaks open as his figure slouches from behind it, and I'm greeted by his vacant stare. I know. What's the plan then? I'm able to cover my half. Dad, I'll deal with it. How? I said I will deal with it. He spits the words between his clenched teeth. Oh, let's spit it between clenched teeth. Oh, wow. The sound is coming way through loud now. That's okay. I said I will deal with it. He spits the words between his clenched teeth. Now leave me alone. Yeah, sure. Well, screw this. I'm not dealing with this bullshit. As I turn around to leave, he suddenly grabs my hand and yanks me back towards him, his grip firm yet desperate. Tom, wait. I'm sorry. I stay silent, trapped in a familiar pattern of ever emptier words. I pull my hand away from his clammy paw. Do what you want. I don't care. Without waiting for a response, I head straight to my room. Inside, I throw my things on the floor, lock the door, and lie down on the bed. I don't think I can make enough money to pay off everything this month. And what about the month after that? Honestly, the last thing I want is having to ask Marcus or Otto for help. They've already got enough shit to deal with. It would be embarrassing to look at them after, too. They'd just feel bad for me, and I hate that. I groan into the pillow before throwing it at the wall. Fuck. I really hoped I wouldn't have to contract... Ooh. Yakub. I think it's Yakub. Yakub. I really hoped I wouldn't have to contact Yakub again. Still, I grabbed my phone. Fuck it. I'd rather deal with this than have my friends looking at me with pity again. Hey, it's me. Oh, what a pleasant surprise. I knew you'd contact me again, Tomasz. I've been thinking about you. Yeah, sorry. I've been busy. I can imagine. So what have you been up to? I need a favor. What kind of favor? You know exactly what kind. Stop with the teasing. I see. When do you need me? Tomorrow? Same place as always? For you? I can definitely make it. Great. See you then. Can't wait. That was embarrassing. But it's the best option I have. I'm left staring blankly at the ceiling. Minutes pass while my mind drifts with no direction. My body aches from the long and tiresome day. I notice how dark the neighborhood has gotten outside before my phone screen blinds my eyes as I key in the password. My head feels groggy from waking up at weird hours in the evening. First thing I do is check notifications from David. So, you think we could meet up tonight? Maybe. You're so cruel. I know. I talked to Eli. It was awkward, and I think he hates me. Well, I'm glad you reached out to him. Yeah, me too. It's gonna be weird, but I asked him to meet up with me tomorrow at our parents' old house. Oh? I thought he'd come over and help me look through some old boxes. Maybe take some stuff with him. That's nice of you. I'm glad you approve. So, about the meeting? I don't know, dude. I think I might need a bit more time. I'll be spamming you if you don't agree. How old are you, 5? Plax. Plus. Proche, bitte, please, por favor. Prozaluista. Prozaluista. I almost made it. Prozaluista. Okay, if that's wrong, let me know. Prozi, bitte, please, por favor, prozaluista. Now I'm curious how far you can keep this going. God, you're terrible. You go. David is quite Chico-coded. I agree. Me texting Chico, hey, what's up? You want some pictures? Please, 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 please. God, you're terrible. You just want me to stroke you. What? Stroke your ego? (3) Please, I want to get an interview with the great detective himself. Wait, how do you know about that? Ellie told me. It's so cool. I want to hear all about it. I'm stubborn. I'm not giving up. Not just stubborn, annoying too. Dick. If I agree, will you stop the theatrics? Fine, but I'll also choose the place and time. Sure. Gruber Niechvich, I believe. Gruber Niechvich. Okay, yeah. Ellie told about Gruber Niechvich. We could go there, 8 p.m.? Why there? Dunno. We can try somewhere else. Nah, it's fine. I know the place. Meet you there at 8. Great. I'll be waiting. I sigh as we finish texting. It feels like I've been won over too easily. I'd rather stay in bed and be lazy tonight. David would kind of deserve it. But I'm actually kind of curious about what brought him back. There must be more to it. As I glance through my contacts, I decide to talk to Ellie as well before I start preparing to go out. Chico, you know what you did. What does this button do? Thanks, Hugo. Hey, Ellie. Hopefully things went well with David. Sorry I haven't been too talkative lately. Found your note. Oh, hey, kitty. Surprising, though, now that David is back, you've time for good old me. Thought you two would be all over each other. Nah. I mean, he did invite me to the bar tonight. He told me he invited you too, but you refused. Oh, yeah, busy tonight. To be honest... Yeah, I kind of fudged that. Let's go back a little bit. Oh, yeah, busy tonight. To be honest, David was the last thing I expected to see today. Did it go badly? I don't know, man. It was fine, though it felt like talking to a stranger. I get it. Also, why did you tell him I'm detectiving with Marcus? Well, it just slipped out of my mouth. Sorry if you wanted to keep it a secret. It's fine. Oh, my package has arrived. I will talk to you later. See ya, kitty. Tell me how the unpacking went after. I don't do and tell. I can't blame Meliash for not wanting to be around his brother right now. He probably needs more time. I guess he wasn't all that wrong about David and... Ooh. Silly me, I should have muted. My alarm's going off. I guess he wasn't all that wrong about David and I being all over each other. After all, it barely took any convincing from David for me to agree to meet. This is stupid. I should be angry. Too angry to just go out for dinner with him. And I am. But I still want to see him. It's already 7:10 p.m. I should start getting ready if I want to be there on time. Hugo, is it a trap if it's a thing I wanted all along and... Yeah, that's a trap. Okay, but to be fair, Hugo, I trust your judgment. I expect you to be a responsible and fair moderator. Chico, now who's doxing whose DMs? Downstairs, Dad is in the same state as always. He always looks at me and mumbles something, but without paying him any attention, I twist the doorknob and head out. After a 40-minute walk through the town, I finally arrive at Gruber Niechvich. Old Bernard has been running this place for as long as I can remember. Back in the day, it wasn't the best spot to eat nor grab a drink, but it was probably the only one around. Marcus did mention that the food is the best it's ever been at this place, since old Bernard hired someone to manage the shifts and cook properly. I stand outside of the bar, hoping David won't actually ditch me tonight. It's already 8:05. My phone rings, and I answer without looking at the caller. "Hey, David, where are you?" "Not David, Marcus." "Oh. Not David, Marcus. I hope that's fine, too." "Oh, yeah, totally. Sorry. Just waiting for David." "The kid is back?" "Yeah." "I see. Well, I've got news. The client called and said that her son came back today. Apparently, it made him change his mind." "I did? That's weird. I don't think I said anything to convince him." "Yes, that was weird for me as well, especially after what you told me about a little visit. The client was really happy and said she'd meet us tomorrow for the rest of the payment." "Us?" "Yeah, of course. I'll go talk to her myself. After that, I'll pay you your share." "Sweet. Finally some good news. Maybe I can pay the bills on time if I manage to get a nice fat check." "I'm glad. I know it's going to sound weird, but technically we can consider the case closed. That aside, we can still look into Camille more. But anyway, so you're free tomorrow then? We'll go meet with the client, if you're comfortable with it." "I thought you didn't want me to get involved more." "This part is fine, because you're still my assistant." "In that case, I'm free after 3, which you'd know if you looked at my work schedule I sent you." "Okay, you got me. I still haven't checked it." I chuckle, but still, I don't know what to think about all of this. Happy the case is over, but it just feels strange. "You're still not off the hook for stealing my documents." "Gotcha. But don't worry." "Fuck! Tom, what happened?" The culprit is none other than David. He waves and laughs hysterically when I lift my hand and show him the middle finger. David and his car. All right, you two have a great night. Remember to get home before midnight and get some proper sleep. It's the middle of the week, after all." "Sure thing, Pops. Anything else?" "Just have a safe night." "I will. Rest well." I end the call and head towards David's car. The closer I get, the more smug and proud he looks, knowing he scared the shit out of me. Before you get angry, you should know that look on your face was so worth it. I try my best to look unimpressed, tucking my lower lip. If cats really do have 9 lives, you've made one of mine just jump out of my body, you ass. 8 left to go. You're a clown. And you're... I got nothing. Let me come back to you on this. Well, you're definitely more chipper than before. Just glad we got to hang out today. With Eliash, well, we're sorting things out. David steps in front of me and nods in the direction of the building, so I follow him. Damn, man, this place is packed. The laughter and chatter of merry patrons create a lively ambiance. Maybe so lively that the music is drowning out my voice. It might be. We're going to turn it down a little bit. I'm looking at these meters. These meters say it's loud. We're going to go with this. How does this sound? Is that okay? Is that good? A delightful aroma of sizzling grilled meat and savory spices fills the air, mingling with the faint scent of aromatic herbs. The kitchen seems to be working its magic. However, as we move further into the crowd, the pleasant fragrance intertwines with the lingering stench of alcohol and the pungent scent of spilled drinks. Let's find a seat, or kick someone's ass for it. The only person getting their ass kicked would be you. Wow, mean. Behind the bar counter stands a rather bulky tiger, and behind him, a female sheep. Sorry, I hitched. Okay, so Shiko knows what happens when handsome men show up on screen in FVN. My narration has problems. I'm already thinking of this fella. I know who it is. I've read a little bit of this before. So anybody who thought that this was like a totally fresh read for me, sorry. It's not completely, but Behind the bar counter stands a rather bulky tiger, and behind him, a female sheep. She seems to be talking on the phone with a worried look. There he is, the boy. This FVN has so many handsome men. It's a little surprising to see the tiger. I haven't seen many of them around here before, at least not in these parts. Seeming to notice my gaze on him, he looks back at me and smiles. I also have to give him a bit of a Malaysian accent. Because he's written with one, and I believe because it's Ben Binturong who does the art for this, I think, if I'm not mistaken, and Ben's from Malaysia, so nice little bit of representation. I always appreciate Asian characters showing up in VNs. I nod in response. Part of me can't help but feel like I've seen him somewhere before. Yeah, David is so Shiko-coded. Eyeing the cake? What cake? He doesn't respond, instead squinting at me with a smirk. While I was looking at the tiger, David seems to have spotted an empty spot. While I was looking at the tiger, David seems to have spotted an empty spot by the table. Look, blah, 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 blah. Chico. It's not. This tiger is a cute and innocent boy. He's fine. Leave him alone. Oh, yeah, absolutely, Hugo. The UI design on this is fantastic. It's so thematic and appropriate, ties it all together. While I was looking at the tiger, David seems to have spotted an empty spot by the table located further at the back. It still has a good view of the whole place. The hyena sits, letting out a loud sigh. Already that tired? Hey, it's been a long day, okay? If I fall asleep here, will you carry me back home? If I fall asleep here, will you carry me back home? Sorry, but I have a limit to how much weight I'm able to carry. Damn, I'm speechless. Sorry, man. While David examines the menu, I keep glancing at the bartender. Where could I have seen him before? Was it back in Warsaw? Warszawa? Hey, Devin, welcome on in. Thanks for joining on up. I'm Icefang. I read VNs. We're reading Cienie today. Welcome to the cafe. Enjoy your stay. Get cozy. I think I gotta reread that. Warszawa? Where could I have seen him before? Was it back in Warszawa? David grabs my head by the cheeks, with his hands squeezing me, guiding my head to look at him. Do you like that tiger? What? Oh, nah, it just feels like I've seen him from somewhere before. David grins devilishly right as I realize what he's about to do. He waves the bartender over to our table. I just want to bury my face in my paws and disappear. I'm gonna kill this hyena. Okay, Malaysian accent, here we go. Okay, so a thing for you all. I am an Asian mutt. I am multiple kinds of Asian. I am second and a half generation. I don't know any of my original languages that I haven't learned from like secondhand or classes. I've been to the Philippines like 3 times in my life. But as you might have guessed from the sound of my voice, I don't feel very Asian generally. So Doing an Asian accent always feels a little wrong to me, I will say. But I have done it in the past. I do my best to do it respectfully. And I did study a little bit, so just do Irish. I can do Irish, and you know, that's funny. So, okay, brief aside, gang. Why is it okay to do European accents, but not Asian ones? Like, my Irish is decent, Scottish is frickin' hard. Like French and German, you know, you can kind of fake it. British RP, you know, everyone speaks with a received pronunciation accent. But that's okay. That's fine, right? But me, an Asian person, feels weird doing an Asian accent. I don't know what it is. I'm just that white bread. That's what happened. Okay. Big Tiger Man. Okay. Welcome to Grubernitwich. How can I help you tonight? That accent is definitely not from here. Maybe Asian? David keeps waving at the bartender. Hey! Hi! So, my friend here. I shake my head at David. All I get in return is a smirk. He thinks he saw you somewhere before, but he can't remember. David leans on the table, his arms supporting his head. Can you tell us more about yourself, big guy? This poor bartender turns his attention toward me, looking confused and smiling awkwardly. I contemplate strangling David. Sorry to bother you. This guy here, I point at David, who looks at me, pretending to be shocked before sticking out his tongue for a moment, likes to embarrass me in front of other people. And you don't have to tell us anything, just ignore him. Hey, that's rude. I don't think that's a problem, really. Well, I've only been here for about 4 or 5 months. I suppose the stripes do stand out, making people recognize me from a mile away. But I can't say I've seen you around before the bar before, Mr. Oh, it's just Tom. And yeah, I figured. Sorry to bother you. Name's Raymond, and don't worry, you didn't bother me. And my name's David. He didn't ask. Ouch. Raymond probably thinks we're a couple of idiots. Honestly. Whoops. Hydrate. Remember to hydrate, gang. Raymond probably thinks we're a couple of idiots. Honestly, I wouldn't blame him. Would you like to order anything? Oh, right. I haven't looked at the menu yet. He was busy looking at you. I kicked David's shin under the table. Hard. Never mind. Both David and I look into the menu, which includes the usual local specialties like pierogi, gowabki. Okay. Gowabki. Bigos? Is that bigos? Bigos? Pierogi? Yeah, pierogi. Gowabki. I was a little bit better at this on the first go. I just have to remember what all of the Polish lettering noises make. Gowabki. Both David and I look into the menu, which includes the usual local specialties like pierogi, gowabki, bigos, and some more exotic dishes. Rendang? What's that? Oh, rendang? That's a Southeast Asian meat dish braised in coconut milk mixed with rich herbs and spices. It's my family's recipe. I see. So that's where he's from. Wow, that sounds exotic. I'll have that, please. Oh my god. David is one of those bitches. Oh, you're Asian? That's so exotic. I hate it. It's like the early 2000s all over again. Wow, that sounds exotic. I'll have that, please. I'll just go with pierogi ruski, with sour cream on the side, please. What? You're such a Pole. Meanwhile, Raymond jots everything down. Anything else? Tarik? Oh, tarik. That's a frothy milk tea originating from Malaysia, made with condensed milk. Ah, your family's recipe too? No la, it's just where I'm from is all. Sweet, let's get 2 of those, cause you and I aren't planning to get drunk tonight, are we? Yeah, no getting drunk tonight. Aight, 2 tariks then. Raymond heads back to the counter. With that done, I turn my gaze to David and kick him. Again. You ass, you know how awkward that was? Ouch, dude. I want to strangle you so much right now, but I don't want to end up in jail because of you. Be grateful there's so many people around here. Daddy, chill. Act your age, man. Numerical constraints can't dictate my personality. Well, that explains why disappearing for 6 years didn't seem like a big deal to you. David shoulder punches me. Dick? Oh, I guess I deserve that one. We settle into idle small talk while we wait. It doesn't take long before Raymond approaches us with our food and drinks. I can smell it coming as he puts the plates down on our table. They look delicious. I haven't had pierogi in ages. God, I miss them. Your meals. Enjoy. This looks amazing. Thank you. I'm sure we will. As the tiger goes back to his work, both David and I are left staring at our delicious-looking food. I grab the fork and get started on my meal, while David cuts a piece of rendang meat and stuffs it into his mouth. Holy crap, this meat is so tender. You have to try this. David quickly cuts another piece and... Oh my gosh, this is cute. Hang on. Thanks, Hugo. Appreciate you stopping in. Drive home safe. Look at this madman. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Okay. This looks like a photograph of rendang. I mean, drawers are fine. I'm not complaining. It's just funny to me. It's cute. I like it. The animation's adorable. What? Before I can finish my sentence, David has already pointed his fork right at my face, beckoning me to open my mouth wide. My eyebrows furrow and I press my lips together to indicate my deep annoyance. Come on, open up. Let me stuff you with my... He smirks at me and starts to poke my pouted... He smirks at me and starts to poke my pouted mouth with the fork. Fuck off, man. Eat your fucking food. Don't be naughty. Open up. Awaiting landing. He plays with the fork as if it were a plane. At this point, it'd get more awkward if I don't give in. Fine, just stop with the act. With everyone around probably looking at us, I open my mouth and take a bite. The tender meat melts in my mouth as an explosion of herbs and spices ruined my throat. Pardon, folks. The tender meat melts in my mouth as an explosion of herbs and spices envelop my taste buds. I can also taste the creaminess coming from the coconut milk. Damn, this is good. Right? You need to stop being a little pussy. Be more adventurous with your food. Fair. Hey, Mycanthrope. Y'all, if I set this up correctly... Oh, did I set this up correctly? Wait. No! Give me a second. I was literally in the process of setting this up. Oh. Sorry, like in un segundo, por favor. I have a little shout-out command for you. I guess they have shout-out commands in Twitch, don't they? But that's alright. Here we go. We're gonna put that in there. We're gonna save that. Oh, no, hey, you? Okay. And then blah. And then save it. Now, I should just be able to, in chat over here. Yeah, we're fixing it live. Y'all, Lycan is one of the artists who contributes to my pile of cool artwork. When I'm guesting on other people's streams, I have an animated GIF of my face yapping. I haven't co-starred with Weasel in a little while, but when we get back into doing games together, you'll be able to see it. So yeah, give him a follow on Blue Sky. He does a bunch of hot artwork. Lycan, you did a thing for Kinktober that I still got to put the audio together for it, but you did a Hypno Houndoom that I'm working on, and you were so kind to create some extra assets for me for it. So I'm excited to put that together. I still gotta get the audio and the visuals and put it all up, but that's coming soon. It really does, right? Hypno Houndoom. although the Houndoom is the subject of the Hypno. Fun little surprise for folks as to who is doing it. But yeah, that's a thing that I'm working on and putting together. Yeah. It is always funny seeing who gets excited about the Hypno. And I'm happy to oblige. For the next few minutes, we both focus on our food. The sounds of people talking, drinking, and eating take over the whole room, and I resist the urge to look at Raymond. He definitely thinks we're some fucking weirdos. Meanwhile, David's phone seems to be receiving tons of messages. He looks back at me with his mouth full, quickly chews and swallows his food before responding. Sorry, let me just mute it. Oh, no, it's fine. You can deal with it. The hyena nods and types away on his phone. I wait patiently, eating my pierogi, before speaking up again. David. Yeah? I want to know what made you come back. The real reason. What do you mean, real? David sighs, trying to avoid my gaze. He clearly thinks his words over carefully before responding. Are you insinuating something? I grew suspicious over the years, I guess. Sorry. Leaving wasn't my choice in the first place. I'm only guilty of not keeping contact. Mom's health had been deteriorating, and my grandfather wanted her in a proper hospital. I see. Damn, I didn't know that. I thought she'd be better there, but even with the doctor's help, her health only worsened. I give David space to talk and try to be as silent as possible. I feel bad prying it out of him, but I also can't help but feel like I deserve an explanation. Grandpa started making plans for me, and I guess I didn't want it. He fakes a chuckle. Anyway, as for the reason why I returned, well, as I've already mentioned, it's a pretty selfish one. I just want to have my friends back. I thought it'd be easier to just pretend you guys had forgotten about me instead. I understand the situation with your mom, and you wanting to be with her. What I don't understand is why it took you so long to realize you want your friends back. David, there's something you're not telling me. Why would I lie about this? Well, you tell me. Tom, you're being paranoid. Can you really blame me, though? I don't know what to tell you. I don't even know what you want me to tell you. The truth. That's so Flynn-coded. Why are you doing this? I thought we were having fun. I just don't want to be hurt again, or see Eliash get hurt either. I'm here, and I'm not leaving. Fine. What about Eliash? I kind of didn't expect him to even want to see me, but I guess it was a pleasant surprise when he agreed to. Hey Artie, welcome on in. We're reading Cienie. I appreciate you joining up. It's a surprise to me, too. I don't know about Eliash, but it hurts that David would rather pretend we had forgotten about him than try to reach out to any of us. I see. With you agreeing to meet me, that is more progress than what I've made with Eliash. I'm sure he just needs some time. Eliash did tell you about my work, so I'm curious what else he told you. Not much, really. Somehow, I don't believe that. I see. Today was pretty nice, though. The food was great. The company was okay, too, I suppose. He chuckles with his little awkward hyena laugh. What have you been up to? Aside from hot parties in town and many chicks, bro. He puffs out his chest and starts flexing his arm. Bro. Fuck off. I had to think of something, okay? Nah, I get it, man. It was a pretty good attempt. Sadly, you're a little too gay for that. I see. Good feedback. I'm gonna be less gay next time. There you go. And apart from that encounter, Eliash already told you, but Marcus agreed to hire me as his assistant. I tend to get more involved than he'd want me to. Wow, same old then. Always in everyone else's business. Yeah, I learned from the best. How's the old dog doing? He's fine, I think. Busy with work. Any cool cases? Tell me something. I should probably avoid mentioning anything related to Camille's case. After my encounter with him, I'm not sure if he is dangerous or not, so I'd rather not get David involved. Well, I helped Marcus solve a case about a cheating husband. That's kind of overdone, but it does sound juicy. What happened? I followed him and took some pics of him fucking another woman. That's kind of all my job was. Damn, stealthy. I'm sure it traumatized you seeing straight people going at it. It was just sex. Seen it plenty. Was that guy big at least? Big how? David gives me a sly grin. Stop. Nothing's wrong with a little size inspection. Especially not on Twitch. Don't worry about it, guys. The one thing I appreciate about this VN, as I've heard, is it doesn't get too spicy, so even when it looks like it's gonna get spicy, it doesn't get spicy. Which I appreciate. I'm working on getting Blowsy to put streamer mode in Unveiling too. So we're working on adding that little bit of code when that new build drops. Okay. What about your university life? Oh, it didn't work out. I kind of dropped out after 3 years. Wait, why? Before I left, it was all you were talking about. What happened? I was an idiot. But I guess it just wasn't for me. I don't get it, though. You always talked a lot about your academic aspirations at school. Like some kind of nerd. I don't need uni for anything, really. I don't buy it. Did someone bully you? Or maybe you had a bad hookup with a professor? What? No, nothing like that. I was hoping you'd have some juicy story about a hot professor. Sorry, I'm just kidding. It's a shame, though. Are you planning on returning to university at some point? Maybe. That's the spirit. What about you? Did you finish your studies? I mean, what did you even study in Germany? Master of Business Administration in Berlin. So, you were studying how to steal people's money? Pretty much, but legally. Did you like it? Any juicy stories about hot professors of your own? I had to keep up my appearances. Understandable. I finished sipping my tétarique while David checks his phone. Is everything fine? Oh, no. There's just this one place I have to visit tonight. I mean, it's getting kind of late anyway. I think we can call it a night. Yeah, I do hope we can do this again soon. I'll have to check with my secretary to see if there's space in my calendar to fit you in. And who would that secretary be? Marcus? Imagine. I'd rather not. We both laugh as we grab our empty plates and put them on a deck next to the bar's kitchen. I nod at Raymond as I head toward the door. David looks at me and then at Raymond as he opens his wallet and pays for our order. food was great. We'll definitely come again. Yep. It was my pleasure to have you here. It was definitely one of my more lively shifts, so thank you. That's true. There were a lot of people tonight. I think he meant you. Don't call me out like that. I thought with my friend here acting like a clown, you'd have enough of us. Hey, I'm right here. You sure are. Don't worry, La. It was awkward, but nothing too bad. See? He doesn't mind at all. Well, we'll be off. Thanks, Raymond. Good night. I grab David's arm and start dragging him towards the door as Raymond shouts after us. Wait, you forgot your change. Keep it. We step outside and David wriggles his way out of my grip to run up to his car. I follow him, but my steps become shaky and uneven, and my head begins to pound again. Fuck. You alright? It's nothing, just a light headache. I see. Well, at least the dinner was fun. I smirk at him as he squints at me with mock suspicion. Yeah, I think it was. Nodding, he opens the car door, but instead of getting in, he just stands there for a few seconds before turning back to me. So, I suppose I should offer you a ride as well, to keep you safe and all. What? Aren't you busy tonight? Well, can't have you walking all alone at night, dressed like this and with a headache. You're just asking to get jumped. What the hell? If anyone would get jumped, it's you, rich boy. They can try. I bet you'd like that. Are you kink-shaming me? Maybe. Anyway, I'll be fine. See you. Shiko, is that Shiko coded? You want to get jumped by a handsome man. David hurriedly locks his car and turns back to me. Wait, are you just gonna walk after all? I mean, yeah, why not? The weather's nice and fresh air will do me good. Fine, I'll get my car tomorrow. Don't be stupid, just drive home, man. Too late now. Under the night sky, the stars twinkle like distant beacons of light. A gentle breeze brushes against my fur, carrying with it the scent of damp autumn soil. The crunch of dry leaves under our footsteps is all we hear as David walks by us. The crunch of dry leaves under our footsteps is all we hear as David walks beside me, hands tucked in his front jacket pockets. Occasionally, he breaks the silence with a soft whistle, a melody I don't exactly recognize. I must say, I miss this. Miss what? Walking with you, when we were kids. Oh, yeah, I remember. We used to pretend to fight monsters and talk about treasures at the end of the road as stars. Kids are weird, man. No, I think it was mostly us. Oh, I also remember the night costume. I smirk at David, knowing that he was always embarrassed about it, and I can already see him covering his face with his hands. Stop! Always talking about how you were going to protect everyone. I playfully jab his shoulder as he chuckles before raising his snout up to the sky. He then sighs, suddenly halting his footsteps and looking at the ground. Tom, Eliash told me. Told you what? I know about your mom. He got angry, saying I'm the last person you'd want around right now. Tom, I know you have your doubts, but it's fine. Is it? It isn't, but the last thing I want is to show any weakness right now. I'm sorry. I said it's fine. Tom... As he's about to speak, a piercing shriek shatters the calm night air. We turn towards the direction it seemed to be coming from. The woods. What was... Shh. David stands there, frozen, having a hard time taking out his phone. By then, all of my senses are already pulled in the direction of the woods. I'm gonna check it out. Someone might be hurt. Are you crazy? Tom, get back here. That's not a good idea. I ignore him. Ignoring him, I slowly approach the woods, but there's nothing but a sea of trees and murky blackness. Behind me, David calls for someone on the phone. Hello? Are you hurt? I met with silence. My breathing grows labored and uneven. What should I do? I look back at David, who's in a total panic. The cops are on their way. They won't make it in time. They're never on time. Before I realize, my legs are already carrying me deeper into the forest, dampening the echoing calls from David. Tom, wait! Let me go with you! I move swiftly through the thick bushes and trees, using my phone as a flashlight. Can you hear me? Where are you? Silence. Nothing but silence. Oh, where are you? Hello? I shine my light around, but there's nothing but trees. Please, say something? I sprint toward the faint voice. She must be near. It feels like an eternity passes while I'm trying to reach the woman. It sounded like she was way closer. Where is she? Please, keep making noise. Each time she calls out, it feels like it comes from a different direction. Left, right, from the front, behind me. I'm starting to doubt where I'm even going, so I slow down. The throbbing pain in my head suddenly intensifies, and my vision goes blurry. Fuck, not now. I shake my head like a moron, thinking that'll make the pain go away. I'm here. Please. The woman yells out again. It's now coming from my left. Despite the pain, I turn and sprint towards it again. There. Finally. I spot her, slumped against a tree with her leg twisted in an unnatural way. I'm taken aback by the horrifying sight, but I try not to let it distract me. I recognize her. Oh my God, Mrs. Novak! What the hell happened here? She doesn't say anything. Her breathing is shallow and faint, her body shaking from the cold. I slowly step down and lean by her. After taking off my jacket, I put it on her to warm her up. Why is she here alone? Pushed. I fell. Camille. She starts coughing violently. I pull out my phone and start calling Marcus while making sure she's still awake. Who pushed you? Was it your son? Come on, Marcus, pick up. No. Her voice grows weaker. Where are those fucking cops? Hello? Marcus! Tom, what's going on? Listen, I'm with Mrs. Novak in the woods. Her leg is broken. She apparently got pushed. Camille is nowhere to be found. I'm on my way. No matter what, stay on the call. I turn to Mrs. Novak. She looks really badly scratched and bruised, apart from that twisted leg. I lean closer to check if she's still conscious. Mrs. Novak, please stay with me. Help is on the way. Find Camille. Why were you out here? Her pupils dart around frantically before her gibberish turns into a murmur. After several moments, her eyelids slowly lower before... Hey! Stay with me! I hear Marcus's voice through the phone. I hold it close to my ear. She's unconscious, but she's still breathing. I've contacted Igor. His men are on the way. Where are you exactly? The forest, close to the road near the bar. David should still be standing next to where I ran in. He called the cops. The pain in my head hasn't gone away. Instead, it keeps throbbing incessantly, making it difficult to focus. I quickly turn around at the new sound like a twig snapping. I can't see anyone, but I can hear footsteps. Marcus, I think somebody's here with us. What? Who is? I don't know. I hear footsteps. The flashlight from my phone doesn't reveal anyone as I turn in a circle. Maybe it's Camille. But why would he be hiding? I hear another snap. Someone is definitely out there. Marcus, they're getting closer. Tom, just stay where you are. Marcus's voice comes out loud from my phone speaker. If Camille is out there, he might need help too. Ooh. Okay. Another thing that I know, chat, is the choices make some difference. The choices matter. Can we do a poll? How do we poll it? Here. What do y'all think we should do? Check out the noise or stay still? probably take the first couple of suggestions. Do we go investigate the sound of Camille, potentially, whatever's out there? Or do we wait like sitting ducks? Maybe a little bit of a warning, too. I know things get, not graphic, but like visually intense. So, a little bit of a warning, potentially. I do like reading ahead to know a little bit about, like, what's going to be in these. At least to check for content and be able to give people a heads up on the sorts of warnings and things, but at the same time, it is also kind of fun to go blind into one of these, so I think if I were to do something like that, I'd want to probably have someone with me to figure out, read ahead a little bit and let me know what kind of content to expect. Because it would be nice to be totally surprised and read cold. This is only slightly practiced because I got to practice my Polish a little bit beforehand. Look at some of the pronunciations. But I think any good horror story has the main character wandering headlong into danger, so let's go check out the noise. Fuck it. I need to know what the fuck is going on. Camille, are you out there? No response. Fuck, was all this his fault, and now he's hiding? Your mother is wounded, you asshole. Come out! I step a bit farther away from Mrs. Novak. I can still hear Marcus's objections on the phone, a bit deeper into the woods. I sense the leaves rustling from somewhere near me, but I can't see anything, even with the flashlight on. I give it one more glance, and that's all. I'm not going further. This feels strange, and the headache is becoming too much to bear. I probably shouldn't risk it. Marcus, this feels off. I'm waiting for the cops. Just stay put. I'm with David now. The police sirens sound in the distance. Fucking finally. I hear the cop. A sharp pain runs through every nerve in my chest. My vision swims. I look down, trembling with every inch of my body. A hand with deformed claws is poking out of my chest. I gasp for air. Blood spills out of my mouth instead. I start to choke and gurgle as my throat tightens in agony. The hand is now staring back at me. With the last of my strength, I look at Mrs. Novak. She's no longer where I found her. Oh, I see. Okay. It's a little whoopsie that loops you. Well, now I wonder if they count the loops. Oh. I think the indication is that we should stay still, so we're gonna stay still. What the fuck was that? I look back at Mrs. Novak. She's still there, and still unconscious. Marcus, where are you? Even though I hear the sound of footsteps somewhere nearby, I don't think any part of my body wants to go and check out what it is. Not only that, but my head is still pounding like hell. The sound of police sirens comes from somewhere in the distance. Finally. Mrs. Novak is still breathing, at least. Marcus, I hear the cops. Yeah, I'm here with David now. I'm coming for you. All right. I sit down next to Mrs. Novak and hold my phone tight, lighting the area. I can't believe that fucker would just leave his mother like this. But I don't really know the full picture, and I probably won't until she wakes up. Tom, you there? Yeah, I'm on your track. You want me to yell? No, I'm almost there. Eventually, I hear multiple voices calling out to us. It must be the police, because most of the area begins to be lit up by flashlights. Tom? We're here! God. Don't worry, we'll get her to safety. Not the jump scare knock. Ugh. VNs with the knock. Always makes me think it's somewhere in the actual room. Oh, gonna hydrate. Y'all should hydrate too. I hope you have something nice to drink. Enjoying the VN. We'll take a little coffee break here. In fact, I'm gonna pause Reaper even. We'll just pause it. Okay. Hopefully that indicates to folks who pop in that recording is paused for the moment. I should put a little pause overlay somewhere. That's okay. Yeah. I'm having some coffee. I hope y'all are sipping on something nice. I don't know if anybody's tried those coffee substitutes with like lion's mane, like those mushroom coffee things. My therapist actually recommended one to me, and she said to mix it in with some coffee and do like a French press. So I did AeroPress today, and it's pretty yummy actually. I will say, the smell kind of reminds me of like those Chinese medicine shops. Just that very herbaceous medicinal smell. It's not bad. Like, and it doesn't smell like it once you mix it up and put it in the drink. I had a little bit of oat milk creamer to it. It's pretty yummy. Yeah. Okay. One more sip of water. I think we'll probably save here. And continue. Quick save. Nope. Yeah, it's a good point, Lycan. I think having streamer mode is definitely, yeah, indicates to people, hey, that VN you're enjoying on the bus or the train is going to have some scenes that maybe you don't want people peeking over your shoulder. It gives people a nice heads up. Okay. Agata. Polish for Agatha. I have to give her... Oh. I could give her the Mike Wazowski voice. That'd be fun. Oh, okay. Stretch. I do like the purple lights. I kind of wonder if I should turn off the overhead light and just have the purple. Hopefully that won't be too much eye strain. Let's try it. Oh, it's a little spooky. Oh, I'll have to, let me actually, here. I'm going to take a picture and I'll post it on Blue Sky so y'all can see the setup right now. Just getting a quickie picture. Bonk. Okay. Yeah, we'll post it to Blue Sky. And y'all can see what I did for my setup. It's, like I said, definitely helps the whole, getting the atmosphere correct. Super important for getting into the mood. The streaming setup. Not screaming. Autocorrect. I mean, there was some screaming. The streaming setup. Why he orple, though? Porple. Okay. Alt text. The closet. Studio with a string of LED lights set to a nice deep purple, bathing a moving blanket, and laptop plus monitor setup in a studio closet. The desk is littered with too many sticky notes. Save. I like to make for interesting alt text, both for accessibility and for anybody who appreciates accessibility in general. Post. Okay. All right. Let's get back into it. Enter. So, how can I help, Chief? I close the door behind me. I get to his office is well organized. A far cry from mine. Agata. Current police chief in the district of... Oh, I'm not going to look at the pronunciation. This word, Yastrovie? Yastrovie. Vie. Yastrovie. Where it's Siepnevo. Yastrovie. Okay. I close the door behind me. I get to his office is well organized. A far cry from mine. It's been a while since my last visit. Maybe it'll go better this time. Have a seat, Waldner. Waldner. Have a seat, Waldner. Policia. Have a seat, Waldner. That's my ring voice. Hang on. I can't make her sound like Ring. Remember the flowers ring. Okay. Also, I think the music is just a tad loud. Gotta adjust it a bit. How's these volumes? Yeah, just a little bit. Is this music giving echo for anyone right now? There's just like that forlornness to it. Yeah, I like it. I love the menus. They're it's very thematic. All the little sketches and doodles of the characters. Makes you feel like a notebook. Yeah, it could be the steel guitar. That makes sense. I can see that. I do like me a steel guitar. Okay. Let's not give her the Ring voice. Have a seat, Waldner. That's still the Ring voice. Have a seat, Waldner. That still feels like the Ring voice. It's because I'm doing the Mike Wazowski. Have a seat. I'm just gonna do angry lady voice. Have a seat, Waldner. Hermanos Gutierrez. I don't think you have. But go ahead and send me and I'll check out their music. She scrutinizes my every step as I approach to sit in the guest chair. I want you to tell me what happened there. A woman was assaulted. Waldner, I know you've been investigating Mrs. Novak's son. That's not really a secret now, is it? Don't you start. I don't understand what you're angry about. I'm angry because you didn't notify the police when you spotted Camille. All of this could have been prevented. What would you have done? What would you have done then? Arrest him? He is missing, but he's not a criminal. He wasn't then, yes, that's true. But you should have gotten a hint that something was off the moment he came to Tom's house. Damn, Igor told her? I thought I could trust him with this. Why did he tell her? You're playing with fire. Can't say I'm not disappointed that Igor didn't talk to me first. I asked him to keep the information to himself. I'll have to talk with him later. We've already got 5 people missing, and now this Camille lashing out and trying to kill his mother? You've got proof it was him? We have fingerprints that match his at the scene, and camera footage of him and his mother walking together. You work fast. Where'd you get a record of his fingerprints in the first place? From when he was involved in a previous misdemeanor. Ah, I remember now. His mother mentioned it. He was apprehended by the cops after beating up his neighbor, who insulted her. Still, is that really proof that he attacked her? What more proof do you need? Anything that concretely proves it was actually him? Waldner, that's all we have to go off. I'm treating him as a suspect till I have a reason not to. What did you learn during your own investigation? Before we go that far, I think it's only fair that we have a proper exchange of information. I help you, you help me. It's not the only case I'm working on right now. You're making it very tempting to throw my chair at you. Understandable. I need everything you have on the 4 missing students. Waldner. The chief rubs her temples, pressing them hard until her forehead wrinkles. Fine, I agree. We'll discuss that later. So, Mrs. Novak came to you to find Camille. What happened next? Well, the case went cold at first, as with the other disappearances. I began to think he was next in the series. I asked around town, no results there, until I went to that gas station at the edge of town. I know the one. Carry on. The owner said that Camille comes there once a week to buy some basic items. Then he lingers around the area before leaving. Why would he do that? Meeting someone, perhaps? That's what I originally thought. I wanted to approach and talk to Camille during one of his visits there. But you didn't? No. Why? I was on my way back from meeting with the previous client that day. Tom was frustrated with the missing persons cases. Agatha gives me a long, tense look. She knows very well why Tom would be frustrated. So Tomasz decided to get himself involved? He followed Camille, saw him stopping by a few houses. I reached into my jacket pocket and handed her the note with the addresses written down, as well as the pictures Tom took. We don't really know why those places were important to Camille, but I'm planning to check them out. I think I'm going to avoid sharing more. What Camille said to Tom during his nighttime visit feels important. The them part especially. That's troubling. Still, you should have come to me. You know why I didn't, Chief. She pulls out a cigarette and lights it, then waves the pack at me. I grab one, nodding gratefully, and she lights it for me as well. The cigarette ember glows bright in the office as I inhale deeply. Camille attacked his mother in the woods. That's all we have right now. I was hoping you could suggest why. Don't you think that it's too convenient to lay it at his feet? Then tell me, Detective, what am I missing? Given everything we know so far, it definitely appears that Camille was the attacker. How he approached Tom and how he was acting previously doesn't exactly paint a picture of a stable man. What worries me is that clearly not being in the right headspace and with his mother in the hospital, he might do something reckless. I think Camille is deeply disturbed by something. What do you mean? This afternoon, I got a phone call from Mrs. Novak saying that Camille was... Oh no! I had my recording paused. Okay, that's fine. This is just a backup. Oh, I did the thing. Unpausing. Great. No, I do still have a backup recording at the same time as the stream. I just won't have totally isolated audio. It's alright. This afternoon, I got a phone call from Mrs. Novak saying that Camille was back home and that it was all thanks to Tom. All Tom did last night was ask Camille why he was there in the first place. And then Camille went back, lured his mother out, and attacked her. I'm unsure of that, but I can't deny it's a possibility. An old woman wouldn't go on... Yeah, why is that so hard? An old woman wouldn't go into the woods alone. Hello? An old woman wouldn't go into the woods alone at night. She wouldn't, unless she had a reason to. Like her son asking her to go for a walk. I think it was more than just a walk. Why would Camille lure her that deep into the woods? To kill her, of course. Why? That's what I'm trying to establish. I doubt that's the case. Not that I have proof, only a hunch. Maybe, maybe not. With your permission, I'd also want to investigate Mrs. Novak's house. My men are already handling that. Then I don't have high hopes. To my surprise, she ignored my comment. You're clearly not convinced, Waldner. So what, you think he's being framed? When I was on the phone with Tom after he found her, Tom mentioned someone prowling around them. That would be him, trying to finish the job. I don't know who it was, though I do agree that they could have stayed around to finish the job. Tom finding Mrs. Novak might have dissuaded them from any further action. So your theory is that it wasn't Camille. In that case, who would have attacked them? And most importantly, where is Camille now? I've no clue. Not yet. That's not enough. We're going to issue an arrest warrant for Camille. Chief, I don't think... If you find anything that proves his innocence, then we can talk about it. Or if his mother clears him of the charges. She nods to herself, taking another puff of her cigarette. You know what to do. Investigate the houses and keep me informed. Igor and Boris will stand by as backup. If you find anything, report it back to them. I work better without cops breathing down my neck. And I have a problem with Tomasz working for you. Meaning? You know well what I can do. You could lose your license for this. Tom wanted to help. He's only supposed to help out at the office. You need to rein him in. You need to rein him in. We know what Camille is capable of. As much as I'd like Tom to play it safer, deep down, I know that he won't. He tends to find trouble a lot. I understand that. Even when he's working with you, he still goes off on his own. I already told him to take a break. If I keep insisting, he might feel like I'm snubbing him off the case. Which is something you should do. I'm not gonna do that. Then help him get a fucking license, Waldner, if you think he has skills for this to pay off. I've been planning to. Good. Now you better not make me regret letting you off the hook. I stay quiet, letting her anger simmer down before the conversation continues. Were you able to find any more leads on the missing students? What about the hitchhiker from 3 years ago? You don't care about that? We didn't find any evidence of a crime around this case. So, we didn't intervene further. Well, that's convenient. Anyway, not going to tell me to stay out of it? Just like your protege, I doubt you'd listen. Touché. Well, now that I'm helping you with Camille's case, I need you to give me access to Quamino. Quamino. That's a big ask. I'm sure you can do it. The more helpful she thinks I am, the more helpful she'll be. I could share something. Ava's disappearance was related to the other 4. That's what I'm sure of. I think she found something, and someone didn't like what she found. Why wouldn't she share it with you? You worked together. You think she's dead? I pause, taken aback by the question. Deep down, I want to believe that she's still out there. Sadly, it's been months without any promising sign, to a point that it's getting harder and harder to believe. It hurts more than anything to think about. As much as I'd like it to be otherwise. Did she leave any files or memos that would indicate what she might have found? Well, if she did, your men would have found it by then. Alas, all of her belongings were then found missing, if you can excuse the oxymoron. We're still investigating this accident. So I keep hearing. Another tense look exchanged as the chief stares at me, silent. It was one of the biggest fuck-ups under her supervision. She is even blinded to the fact that someone in her department might have been involved. I don't think her documents simply disappeared. Did someone take them? One of my fears is that it could be an inside job. Or maybe they were just careless and misplaced them. I have no idea which is worse at this point. Anything aside from those documents, then? I tapped the end of my cigarette against the ashtray, snuffing it out into wisps of smoke. I think I'll keep the rest to myself for now. I can make your life more difficult, Waldner. Difficult? I'm sure you could, but I'll have to decline the offer. I told you that I'm going to work with you. If our partnership goes well, I'll consider telling you more. Agatha huffs audibly and stands up, clutching her waist. You can leave now. Very well. I give her a 2-finger salute as she flicks her wrists off at me in a shooting motion. Pierdol-sie? Pierdol-sie? Pierdol. Ah, oh shit. I say repeatedly, a Polish phrase meaning fuck off. Pierdol-sie. Sorry to all my Polish viewers. Pierdol-sie, Waldner. Well, that went swimmingly. We had such nice banter, too. I know the chief can't touch me and needs me to solve her case. Though I should still try and be careful with how to approach her. As I walk down the hallway, I see Tom talking to Igor, while David sits on one of the chairs. Hey, sorry for making you guys wait. And we get to see Tom in all his sad boy glory. Look at this poor fella. Sad little Tom. This black cat. The grumpy boy. You didn't. We just finished. Indeed, we've learned everything we could here. Now we just need to wait for Mrs. Novak to recover for questioning, and... He trails off, noticing the disappointed look in my eyes. His gaze is reluctant to meet mine, even as he whispers his apology. Sorry, Marcus. I had to tell the chief. Igor and I have been through a lot together. We've practically known each other since I first came from Austria. Austria. An Austrian accent. Okay. Well, I'm going to keep going with the, Midwestern Dick Tracy film noir. It's all right. Igor and I have been through a lot together. We've practically known each other since I first came from Austria. A long 12 years since then. Ava introduced him to me as her police informant. He was always helpful to any case we had going. Maybe next time, ask me before you do, though. Speaking of, your boss said that you and I gotta start working together tomorrow. Wait, did you just get recruited? No, she just wants you to tag along while I do my detective work. Just like old times, eh? I missed your stinking smoker's breath. I'll give you a call tomorrow. Drive safe. I notice Tom staring right at me for a split second before he averts his gaze. As Iggy starts to walk off, David lifts himself up from the chair and slowly walks up to us. That was tiring. Right, let's head off. I'll drive you guys home. Yes, please. Tom just nods and walks out without a word. David follows suit. I light my cigarette as we drive along an empty road. It must have been a very stressful experience for them both. Especially Tom. He's already been through a lot. Where to, David? Oh, right. My place is, Spacerova? Spacerova? Spacerova. Spacerova. Oh, right. My place is at Spacerova 6th Street. Isn't your car still at Grubernichvich? Well, I don't feel like driving right now. That's fine. I'll drop you off first. Thanks. I glance at the rearview mirror. Tom is nervously shifting in his seat, and his eyes darting between the window and his phone screen. David, on the other hand, sits iced frozen, except for his shaking knees. When I first found him, he was so anxious, he could barely utter a single intelligible word. After calming down a little, he told me that Tom had rushed into the woods alone, leaving him behind. As for what actually happened, I'm still in the dark. Tom turns back to his phone and types something, before I hear David typing as well. Hey, David.
Yes?
His legs stop shaking as he looks at me. How you doing?
I'm not sure, to be honest. Definitely not great. I've been in scary situations before, but this one just takes the cake.
I understand.
Definitely not what I imagined my first day back. Definitely not what I imagined my first day being back would look like.
Yeah, I get that. Is the town still how you remember it?
Kinda. The people feel different, though.
How so?
The town has a lot more going on. I don't know if that's good.
Yeah, a lot has happened. How about your family? Did the reunion go okay?
No, not yet. I mean, I only talked to Elias.
Does your dad know that you're back?
I don't think he'd care.
I see. Sorry for asking. Just curious.
It's fine. It's nice to see you, too.
David turns to Tom, who's now staring out the window, his gaze empty and lifeless. Silence engulfs us. After a while, even the clickety-clack of their phone keypads has stopped, both of them now seeming preoccupied with their own thoughts. Every now and then, I cough lightly to distract myself from it. Here we are.
Thanks for the ride, Mr. Baldner.
No problem. You'll be all right from here?
Yeah.
He looks at Tom, who still doesn't acknowledge that we've stopped.
I'll, talk to you soon. Take care, Tom.
Sure. David frowns at Tom's indifferent response before closing the door and heading off. With that, I start driving the Toms. Everything okay between you two?
Who? David? I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell right now.
That's fair.
I thought I'd feel close to him again after our meeting. Instead, it almost felt like talking to a stranger.
I think I get what you mean. Having no idea what happened between the two at the bar, I struggle to steer the conversation.
Tom?
Mm-hmm. Can you tell me exactly what happened?
Right.
He shifts in his seat again.
I don't even know how to explain it.
A long pause. It's fine, Tom. We can talk about it tomorrow.
No.
The sudden firmness of his tone catches me off guard, and I half turn to him before my focus snaps back to the road.
Sorry, this is something important I have to point out.
All right.
After I ran into the forest, it felt different. Weird.
What do you mean?
I've no clue myself. I had a headache throughout most of the day, coming and going, so it could be my meds.
That doesn't sound good. If his meds are giving him terrible side effects, I'm afraid he'll be reluctant to take any at all.
First I heard the yelling, and there were these whispers calling for help.
Which would worsen his symptoms.
Whispers?
I don't think I understand.
Yeah, me neither. It was coming from all directions. It was hard to tell. The voices kind of sounded like a woman. Maybe like Mrs. Novak.
Could it be the attacker's voice? Why would they call for help? The stuff Tom is saying about the whispers doesn't sound all that believable, although Tom would never lie about such things. He must have just imagined it due to the stress, or don't you think the voices you heard could just be your...
I just told you, I've been taking my meds.
Well, were you two drinking?
What?
I asked if...
No, I heard you just fine. We had not been drinking. You think I was drunk?
I meant, maybe you mixed something with your meds.
I'm not stupid, Marcus.
That's not what I'm saying.
You know what? I'm fucking tired of this.
Great. I really handled this well. I guess we're both just exhausted from this ordeal. Tom, I'm sorry. You know I didn't mean it that way.
It's fine. Sorry, too, for snapping at you like that. I'm just pissed off because the cops asked the same fucking thing. I told them I found Mrs. Novak and heard rustling noises in the bush. Before Mrs. Novak passed out, she mentioned Camille. What did she say? I asked her if Camille heard her. She said no. The cops are pretty sure it was him. But I know. But they think it was Camille who was walking around. I definitely heard someone nearby, but I don't know who it was. I called Camille out, but nobody responded. Yet I kept hearing the sounds. A part of me wanted to check out the noise. Another part of me resisted. It felt strange, like I shouldn't. So I didn't. I understand. It was a risky situation. I'm glad you stayed behind. Yeah. And that's all of it. You then found me shortly after. I see. Those headaches don't sound good. You need to discuss your prescriptions with your psychiatrist. I'll give you a ride for your appointment. Just give me a call. Okay. Still, we've got more important things to focus on now. Like what happened to Camille. Fuck, now I have to break it to him. Tom, about that. I think after today, you should take it easy for a little while. I don't need to take it easy. I'm fine. Listen, Tom, you're clearly not in the right headspace for this. Just spend some time with your friends. Focus on the little shop. It's safer that way. Yeah, I doubt that. Nothing. Tom keeps silent for a while, his expression showing a deep consternation. You're not trying to get rid of me, are you? No, of course not. You're a bright kid. I could definitely use your help. It's just, sometimes you gotta know when enough is enough. He squints his eyes in a grimace before he eventually relents and his muscles uncoil. Maybe you're right. But you will keep me updated? Sure thing, bud. Just chillax. Nobody says chillax anymore. No? Darn. I've definitely missed that train then. Yup. Very well. You surely know your millennial slangs better than I do. I let out a chuckle in an attempt to brighten the mood. After a moment or two, Tom smiles back at me. We reach his house shortly after. The light in Tom's living room is still on. Carl must be awake. Tom notices it too, sitting with his chin tucked to his chest, his hand clutching the door handle but not twisting it, as if he's trying to stall as long as he can. You want me to go with you and explain things? Nah, don't worry. I can handle my dad. He says it in a reassuring tone, but with a too quick smile. Will you be okay? With Dad? Yeah, of course. I mean, it's not like I'm not used to it by now. No, I mean overall. Oh, yeah, don't worry about it. He sighs as he readies himself to leave. I don't know if I should tell you this, since it might get to your head. Tell me what? You did good today. It was nothing. I give his shoulder a firm squeeze. Tom reciprocates with a nod of understanding. Okay, I'm gonna head home now. Drive safe, Marcus. As I reach for my lighter, Tom shakes his head disapprovingly. When he reaches the front of his house door, he turns around, and we wave each other goodbyes. Despite all these reassurances, worry washes over me. What a harrowing day it's been for all of us. I think I'm going to get to the end of Marcus's section here, which we know to be the change in the folder color. While I take a quickie hydration break. Actually, I'm going to take a quickie everything break. I'm going to get some music playing for y'all. We're going to hang out on my Be Right Back screen. And, yeah, we'll just take a minute here. I'll be back in 5.
I was. Fantastic. Thanks, Hugo.
Let's wind it back as far as I can.
There we go. True. Happens to the best of us. Okay.
The lamp flickers and buzzes before a soft glow suffuses the room. I place my coat on the old sofa and then head to the fridge. There's only a few bottles of beer. I should have ordered a takeout. I grab a beer, then walk to the desk and start rifling through my notes. My thoughts swirl around everything that happened tonight. Working with the cops isn't a thrilling prospect. As much as I respect Igor for his work, that was a real letdown. He's still a friend, yet I feel I might need to be more careful about what I share from now on. It hurts to think like that. I'm trying to make sense of why he'd go behind my back with it. Besides him, obviously, trying to solve the case. Whatever. I'm just going to ask him directly tomorrow. I need to focus. It's almost 2 a.m. Time sure flies when you don't have time. I put down the beer bottle and search for Camille's case file in the drawer. I try to find everything we have that's related to him and his mother. What grabs my attention instead is an old case file Ava and I worked on. Our first case together. Without thinking, I take the file. Ava was always so stubborn. She and Tom have that in common. A light chuckle escapes my mouth when I take out one of our first pictures together. Just after she hired me. Moving to Poland was the best yet the worst day of my life. A photo with the great Austrian detective, she said. Great detective. I take another sip of beer, then another. If only she knew that she got the worst one. I stare into the grainy and coffee-stained photograph. A reminder of my failures, not only here, but back in Austria, too. I think back to what Agatha asked me. My eyelids suddenly become heavier as my eyes begin to sting. Ava was the best partner I could have asked for. I won't let anything happen to Tom. I take another sip. You'd do almost anything for the sake of finding the truth. If only you let me be there with you. What did you find? Why'd you go alone? I should have insisted and been a better partner. Better friend. Still clutching the photo in my hand, I wander back to the fridge and retrieve another beer. I should put it away and focus on my work. Instead, I sit there hunched over the desk, letting minutes pass, only standing up to get more to drink. I have no idea how many bottles I've downed, let alone how long I've been standing at the picture. Suddenly, a strong, aching feeling scorches deep inside me, compelling me to reach for the nearest object. The beer bottle flies across the room before hitting the wall and breaking into pieces. Fuck! Its contents spill out and pool like thick, warm blood on a crime scene. The stench of lukewarm beer hangs in the room. I'm soon overcome by a wave of regret. Tom doesn't know that I didn't even try to stop her from going at it alone. He would hate me, if he knew. I collapse back into my seat and bury my face in the crook of my elbow on the desk. I get up from my hunched sleeping posture and straighten out my spine. My back joints make an audible crack as I do so. Maybe I'm not all that different from Igor. I try to loosen up the tension around my neck and arms before remembering the office phone's ringing. Tishko and Waldner Detective Agency.
Ah, Mr. Waldner, I'm so happy to hear from you again.
Oh, Mrs. Barton. How can I help?
I'd just like to mention that the photos and information you compiled together have shifted the court case in my favor.
I'm no longer married to Andre, and we'll get half of his wealth. Anje? I'm no longer married to Anje, and we'll get half of his wealth. Can't help but yawn out loud. Well, that's wonderful to hear. Oh, dear, did I wake you up, Mr. Waldner? No worries, just a long night. Very well, I've sent you the payment, plus a big tip coming your way. She enunciates the words big and tip very slowly. That's great, thank you so much. Maybe if you're in the area, we could go grab a drink. I'd love to, but for now, I've got a lot of things on my plate, you see. A drink could be nice, though I have a sneaking suspicion that there's more to it than that. Yes, detective's work never ends, I suppose. Do you need anything else? Just wanted to say thanks. I can finally sort my life straight again. That will be all. Good day to you, Mr. Waldner. It's been a pleasure, Mrs. Barton. Or should I refer to you by your maiden name now? You can just call me Basha. Basha. You can just call me Basha. All right, Basha. Good luck in your future endeavors. Talk to you soon, detective. Her voice slits with a playful tone infused with the velvety, almost flirtatious timbre. I hang up. They say the detective always gets the ladies. Sadly for the ladies, this one ain't into them. Tom would definitely hate that joke, if you can call it that. The hour hand points at 10. Shit, I need to get ready soon. I also need to relay the good news to Tom. Just need to plug my phone into the charger and... Who could that be? Only as I get up from the chair do I notice the broken beer bottle on the floor. All right. I step over the mess and head to the door. Well, someone's impatient. Before I open the door, my nose picks up a scent of something sweet and savory. The accent. Okay. Malaysian accent. Morning, Mr. Waldner. Hey, I almost thought you'd not home. Morning, Raymond. Come on in. Thank you. Also, here, take. He hands me a 3-tier steel tiffin box that looks a lot like a... Menage a Drindle? Menage a Drindle? Drindle, got it. Stackable. He hands me a 3-tier steel tiffin box that looks a lot like a Menage a Randall back in Austria. Chicken adobo, your favorite, right? You don't have to. I clutch the fat around my belly, trying to quell the noise, to no avail. Hiya, you should eat. Your stomach agrees with me also. This thing agrees with anyone as long as it's getting fed. Raymond simply smiles over my poor attempt at hiding the embarrassing truth. Be careful with the shards of glass on the floor. I slipped. Raymond looks down at the mess before noticing the fresh dent on the wall next to it. He pauses for a moment. Oh, dear. Hope you're all right. I'm good. Phew, be careful next time, Mr. Waldner. The tiger's face lights up with a reassuring smile. Thanks, Raymond. Also, you can just call me Marcus. Oh, I see. Sure can, Marcus. I place the tiffin box on the desk as Raymond makes himself comfortable in the guest chair. So, I suppose you didn't come all the way here just to deliver me breakfast, no? No, la, Marcus. I actually want to know if you found out more about my brother. I visited the police station today to ask about their progress, but nothing concrete. That's why I come here, to ask you. I'm not sure if it's related in any way yet, but there was an attack yesterday. Really, huh? No wonder, la. Got so many police cars when I went home yesterday. Actually, what happened? A woman was attacked in the forest. Hiya, is she alright? She's fine. My colleague found her and helped her. Oh? You probably haven't met him yet. Actually, maybe you have. His name is Tom, Black Cat. He was at Gruber Nuchevich yesterday with his friend. Oh, I remember. With the hyena fellow? Yeah, that's them. I see. The two of them, very rowdy, I tell you. I wonder what those two had been doing at the bar. So, about my brother. Got people still living in Comino? Maybe they did see my brother and his friends? Not since the Soviets left. That town is completely abandoned. Still waiting for written permission to investigate Comino myself. Why it takes so long? Well, first of all, that place is under ownership dispute between two parties. Secondly, the buildings in the area are unstable and dangerous to go into. Oh, I see. The police did send a search and rescue team to look for them in Comino. Found no trace of them, though. As far as the evidence goes, there's nothing to link your brother and his friends to the area. Nor the car, nor any of their belongings were found there.
See? That's why I'm asking for your help. I need to confirm whether they did leave town or not.
Two different witnesses claim they saw the group simply leave town.
Then where did he go? He and his friends never came back to their university. It's been almost a year now, and nobody knows anything.
Raymond crosses his arms and huffs audibly. I sense his pent-up frustration. I know. Sadly, that's not the only difficult case the town has to deal with. Well, I feel sorry for Raymond. There's only so much I can do, especially with the witnesses claiming they remember the group leaving.
Marcus, you think this town got a lot of tial?
What's that?
You know, Sue, Kliotva?
Oh, almost had it. Kliotva?
You know, Sue, Kliotva?
Well, I don't believe in things like that, so I'm not the best person to ask.
I don't know why, but the district police don't seem to treat the case seriously.
They do, Raymond. As much as I hate to admit it, they are trying.
Who are the witnesses? Can I talk to them?
Raymond, that's a bad idea.
Maybe they were lying.
The witnesses? That's a big accusation. I don't think it's a good idea at all to let Raymond talk to those people by himself. Well, maybe Tom can help you. He is a town local himself. Let me give him a call.
Hey, it's Tom. Sorry, but I can't answer right now. Please leave a message.
Well, he seems to be busy at the moment, but he can probably accompany you.
Ah, Tom, is it?
Indeed. Can I give him your phone number so he could call you when he's free?
Can. I don't mind, La.
Letting Tom help handle this could give him something to focus on and keep him away from this Camille business. The burly tiger sits quietly with his head hanging low while he bites the claw on his thumb. His brother is missing, and here he is, desperately waiting for an answer. Hopefully Agatha will speed up the approval. If today's investigation goes well, that is. Like it or not, working closely with the cops is the only hand I've got right now. Either way, I'm not saying I can promise you anything, but hopefully after today, I'll be in the police chief's good books. So then maybe she'll let me investigate Comino and even provide some backup.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm working on another case right now, and she needs me. So if that goes well, maybe she'll allow it. His face brightens up as he hears about the progress. A bit too happy, since it's too early to say how it's going to work out. I'd hate to disappoint him, especially when chances of Comino yielding anything of help are slim. He gets up from his chair and adjusts his jacket and scarf.
Okay, La. I won't disturb your work then. Mr. Waldner, I mean Marcus.
Sure thing, Raymond. Thanks for the food. Let me put it in another...
No need, La. Just eat it straight from the box. You can always return it next time I visit.
My nod is met with a warm smile, his pointy fangs clearly visible. He has pointy fangs? That's so cute. These big tiger men and their pointy fangs.
Eat now, okay? Or it becomes cold. Doesn't taste as good after that.
Yeah, on it. As I lead him to the exit, Raymond stops before turning around, looking rather flustered.
Oh, if I pay you by next week, can or not?
Raymond, that's not necessary. I don't have any new information for you yet. We can talk about payment when I do, okay?
Settled. In that case, goodbye, Marcus. Have a good day, yeah?
You too, Raymond. Hey, Wheeze. Welcome on in. I'm almost done reading. I'm just going to finish up this section here. And then I'm going to be wrapping up soon. So I appreciate you catching the tail end at least. I watch him walking down the stairs, feeling the knot in my stomach grow. The investigation doesn't point to any major leads. Still, I should try to keep my fingers crossed. Maybe those addresses will give anything, really. Ooh, I don't know how much longer this section goes. Stream stamina +1. Ugh. No, I think I'm gonna save here. I know when my brain is turning into mush because I start to trip over my words a little bit more. So we'll save it here. But yeah. Pause the recording. Stop the recording. Stop. Save it. And yeah, Wheeze, I appreciate you showing up. Another page I'm taking out of the Weasel book is having a little wind down. We'll put on a little game. Just something slightly mindless that I don't have to think too much about. Your pages. I like your pages, Wheeze. They're good pages. They're good pages, Brent. Yeah. So let's go ahead and put a little walking dog back on. Let's see. There we go. That's so funny, it's this track again. Okay. Yeah, and we'll switch it over to a little Dwarf Romantic. We can have some we can have some crack spider while I yap at y'all. Because I'm gonna be busy coming up. So I'll let you know what's going on with my plans. Let me go ahead and get Dwarf Romantic up. We're gonna get switched over here. Here, let's put it to screen. There we go. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna do some Dwarf Romantic. Another thing. Hold on. Change dynamically. Weasel, more pages. I have a bunch of post-it notes on the side here of all the things I need to get set up for my stream that I don't already have yet. Because I remember that hey, look, you know, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. And honestly, Wheeze, if I could imitate those pecs of yours, I would love to be flattered constantly. Yeah, let's what's on the dockets? Well, I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. Dwarf Romantic, here we are. Dwarf Romantic or Balatro? First person to yell at me. Do we want Dwarf Romantic or Balatro on? Yeah, never ending list. Balatro. Alright, Hugo said it. We're gonna do Balatro. Oh, two Balatros. Okay.
Yeah, what I jotted down was I want to have stuff that will just auto update for me when I switch games and when I change what I'm playing or what I'm getting up to. Because we're doing it live. I'm opening up Clip Studio right now just to dink around with a little bit of visuals. Surely there's got to be a thing for that where I can just say, hey, I'm switching my game now, and a little visual widget will like tap into the Steam API and say, okay, cool, here you go, enjoy your new visuals on your screen. It must exist. If it doesn't, maybe I'll code it up. It can't be that hard, right? Give me your APIs. Yeah. So I'm gonna twiddle this real quick. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Okay, I like that. That's nice. Oops, not quite. Yeah, just to make it so that I can automatically switch to these things and not have to worry about like setting up visuals on the fly. Which, I mean, I don't mind doing, but oops, I'm sure it's not the most fun. Export. No, save as a PNG. But yeah, like the less I have to do actively, surely, the better. Getting things out of my own way for streaming stuff. Though I suppose I could have like shared what I was working on. Yeah, maybe I'll do that next time. Oh well. Okay, so I have my title thinger. I'm gonna swap out the graphic. We're gonna put Balatro on. We're going to switch the category. Okay. Alright. Bonk. Updated the stream. Cool beans. Cool beans. Properties. And there we go. There we go. Open that. Okay. Not too bad. Not too shabby. Does that look okay? Oh, my alarm. I said earlier that I was going to mute that, and then I didn't. Go me. Okay, let's close that out. Oh, not that one. That was the music. Sorry, everybody. My walking dogs. You know what? That's fine, though, because we're going to switch to Balatro anyway. And, we got to have the Balatro music. Because the Balatro music is so frickin' good. So I'm a fair bit of a music nerd. And, have a good shift, Chico. Good boy. Yeah, I'm a big music nerd, and so I love, all the tricky little psychological tricks in Balatro, and one of them is the music itself. I'll tell you about it as soon as we get Balatro up. There we go. There's some Balatro for y'all. Let's turn the music back on. Hello? Where's my cursor? Oh no. Wait a minute. This is going to be extra difficult if I can't see my cursor. This must be an OBS setting. What have I done? That's okay. No problem. There we go. Let's make sure that the output is correct. There we go. Is it? No, Balatro, where you at? No. We could just... Here. There it is. Desktop audio. That'll do. Turn it down just a smudge. Okay. Yeah. One of the things that I love about Balatro, obviously, all the psychological tricks, is that the music for it, besides it being so catchy, is that it's in 7/8 time. It's a 7/8 groove. And one of the coolest things about anything that's like 7/8 or 7/4 is that missing beat constantly wants you moving forward and craving that extra bit of rhythm. It feels unresolved rhythmically, and so it's just constant forward motion, which just makes you want to play more Balatro. So if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so it's just this, oh, where's my cursor? Please. Yeah. And you don't even realize it just listening to it, that it's like, oh wow, hey, hang on. What is happening here? I need my cursor back. This is not gonna work. Properties. I must have hidden my cursor somehow. Very strange. Okay, well, if I can't quickly find it, that's okay. That's fine. Cancel. Oh. There it is. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, as y'all can see, I'm revealing my shame. As much as I've played Balatro, I have actually made very little progress on it. Yeah. So I'm just, at this point, trying to get through all the stakes on a single deck. But yeah, it doesn't matter. This is just our crack spider while it's in the background, while I yap at y'all. So yeah. Yeah. Weasel, if I knew what that meant. No, I know. Yeah, this is... I know. Yeah, so we're oh man, after I get off of stream with y'all, I need to go and start packing for Atlanta. I'm going to be out of town for the weekend, as I mentioned at the beginning of stream. I'm going to be doing board games with the Atlanta folks. Oh, Weasel, you came out for that at least a couple years, right? But this was like back when Fear Tree was still doing it at his place. I don't remember if you've come out for any of the times that they've done it at the resort yet. And they're actually doing an entirely different one this year. Yeah. So it's a bit north. Usually there's a set of campgrounds where they have it. But because I guess it wasn't as big as it usually is last year, they downsized it to the location where they did it on an off year. So smaller cabin area, campground thing, but it's a place that does events. You know, people will rent it out for like meetings, receptions, weddings, you know, whatnot. And we're doing it there this year. I like that it's got a gym, so I'm packing gym clothes. But what I'm going to do for sure is I'm going to take pictures of all the board games that I get to try out and play so that I can tell everybody about all of my board game adventures. One of the things that I know I want to do and that I've mentioned in my Twitch bio is that I'm a big fan of tabletop board games and things like that. I want to have an Ice Fang game night where we stream tabletop stuffs and play things with people. Yeah. Fiasco, 100%. Like, and I absolutely want to do a Fiasco stream where I invite like 3, maybe 4 people up, and then, you know, we just play a game of Fiasco. Maybe chat helps out and makes some decisions about things. That'd be kind of fun. But yeah, I'm gonna take pictures of all the games that I play, and I'll tell you all about my vacation. Wolfdad's gonna share his vacation photos. We will we'll be going over all the things I get to do, and I'll yak at you all about all the stuff I get to play. Discard that. And that'll be fun, I think. I am very excited to be running Blood on the Clock Tower. That's one of my favorite social deduction games at this point, and I've got an event on the books for it, so it's going to be a thing that I'm running for people. And I'm also going to be doing music trivia. So one of the things that I super love lately is that basically my weekly gig, oh no, this sucks. Oh, I think I tanked the run already. One of my weekly gigs is hosting trivia. Oh, especially if I don't play all 5 cards. Is you know, getting to get up in front of folks and run trivia, being a host, and you know, I feel like that's definitely going to improve my trivia game. I have to get musical Jeopardy all figured out, so I got to get my clips for that. I've also done a better job of packing this year in that I've already made a list of all of the games I'm packing so that I'm not trying to decide and stare at my shelves forever. I've already figured it out. So that's one thing that's already crossed off my list that I don't have to worry about. So tempting. Yeah, so that's already decided. Let's discard all that. Because I'm so bad, ADHD. I always pack last minute, so I'm trying to avoid that. I'm trying to set myself up for success. I'm bringing Blood on the Clock Tower. I'm bringing Zuvadis. I'm bringing Trick Takers, which is like a furry trick-taking game that I saw recently. When picked that one up. I'm hoping to get a game of Arcs going. Oh, we gotta play Arcs at some point. Because another thing, y'all. I didn't get to do it last year, but I love putting on a yearly Twilight Imperium game. And Lycan is one of the folks that I always pull in for that. Twilight Imperium is, if you don't know it, it's a big old 4X board game. It's a lot like Stellaris. And on average, it takes us 13 and a half hours to play. So I always have to bribe people with breakfast, and then we're taking a break for lunch, and we're, ordering dinner for takeout. But, oh no, there's a demo for Twilight Imperium on Steam? Okay, well, folks can expose themselves to the experience that is Twilight Imperium, if you don't already know it. Oh, hell yeah. So, yeah, Arcs is great because it's like Twilight Imperium, but shorter. It is a lot less crunchy. Because it's a Cole Whirly game, they do focus a little bit more on the asymmetry and the narrative experience rather than necessarily like game balance. Like, I feel like one of their goals with game design specifically is to create interesting and different experiences through board gaming with a storytelling approach, which is kind of like those Crossroads games, which I do like, like Dead of Winter or Frostpunk, where somebody's got a card, here's a scenario, pick your choices, what are you as an individual or group going to do? Gloomhaven's like that, Frosthaven, of course. But with Arcs, you literally get like narrative arcs. It does feel like a space opera. It does feel inspired by a lot of hard sci-fi. So that's something I'm very excited to get to play with some folks there. Ooh. These cards. Well, I don't need that yet. Nothing is. Oh, but it's a. This is fine. Yeah. So, bringing that. Also bringing Human Punishment. I don't know if people have played Human Punishment, but that's another slightly different social deduction type game. As you might have guessed, that's sort of my favorite. I like watching my friends struggle. I like it when my friends lie to me. In the context of a game. Please don't lie to me in real life. I will cry. Oh, that's great. Yeah, so I've got my game situation figured out. I'll take pictures. I'll share with y'all my my board game bundle, everything I'm taking with me, what it looks like when I pack it all up. Yeah, I've got the 2 pair. We'll do it. Yeah. And we'll probably do a stream where you know, I'm just going over my vacation photos. I'm doing some board game review stuff. I've always thought that would be cool to do a board game review channel. I just want more board game content in general. If anybody has board game Twitch people that they would recommend to me that I should watch, let me know. But like, and besides a Fiasco stream, I definitely want to run a Blood on the Clock Tower digitally. I've been looking into ways to do that. And that'll be fun to do. So yeah, I gotta pack because I fly out tomorrow morning. I still have to get my music selected for music trivia, and I really gotta get better about getting that stuff done ahead of time, so I'm not trying to wrangle all my audio clips like beforehand. I do have all my questions lined up. I do know what music I want to use. It's just setting up the slides and the board and the game and all that. But that's a good time. Been practicing my karaoke because we're gonna do karaoke there. Orville Peck is my new favorite to sing, just because he's in my register. Yeah, playing virtually definitely would help with making it easier to bamboozle people. But that's the other thing too that I like about Blood on the Clock Tower, right? Is it's also a puzzle as much as it is a charisma check, right? So there's still opportunities for logic to win the day. It doesn't have to just be how good your poker face is. It should still proc, right? Yeah. So yeah. Melos has also been showing me, I forget the dude's name, Zane, who does like those Pokemon quizzes. I want to do stuff like that on stream. I want to run inane quiz shows for my friends. Game Changer style, where it's just rude. Hugo, I don't remember if you ever got to play in any of those, but it was fun having Pluto on for it. I think you definitely competed in like some of the intro stuff. I know that you at least went through Thunderdome. Man, I gotta do that again. But yeah, we'll do. Oh, I gotta Spectral Pick. Also, Weasel, we gotta figure out when we're streaming. I know you said you gotta get your schedule together, but whenever we're able to do that, we gotta get back into streaming. Nice. Oh shit. Yeah, let's get rid of that. I almost hit select and just went ahead with it. That would have been terrible. Sure. So I'm excited for it. I'm really happy with how streaming has come along, and I appreciate, again, y'all being here. It helps me realize that it's not as rough as I thought it might be, having to get everything all set up. It definitely is going better than the first time I tried to stream. Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah, so Weasel, if you've got a 3-month window, then let's for sure get as many as we can. Maybe a weekly thing again. Thursday, like Fridays and Saturdays tend to be difficult for me, so maybe we'll set up a Thursday or Sunday. Because early on Sunday would be fun too. Oh, Lycan, was that the alternative? Oh, what is his name? Sean, it's not Sean Melton, is it? Melton? Hold on. Melton, the alternative. I know his name is Melton. Alex Melton. There we go. Yeah. The alternative. Yeah, we could do more cooking stuff, or we can do, honestly, whatever you're feeling like. I sent you a few different things we might consider. Other things we could try and take a look at. Could be good, could be good. I don't know why I thought that was going to work. Yeah, we'll get it nailed down. I'm going to be gone until Monday, so I'm going to be basically gone all weekend long, a little bit of a long weekend. Gonna get to hang out with Fasano, who... Oh. Chad, can we get a shout out? I don't know how to do that. Surely there's a thing, right? Shout out. Nope. Ugh. I'll figure it out. Maybe if someone can... Nope. I don't have the thingy set up. No, I think I just don't have... I must not have that command set up. Yeah, it's twitch.tv/Fasano. Here. Yeah. I have a few things set up, but there we go. That's Fasano's channel. We're going to be hanging out this weekend. Last time we were there, I helped take some fursuit pictures, and that was fun. Oh, I definitely want that. Yeah, I'll probably get that too. Oh no. That's only 80 chips. That's not... We're eventually going to go for a flush build, I'm sure. Red flushes. Yeah, give me that. But, yeah. I'm super excited for that. And then, the next weekend after, I'm going to be at Vancouver. So, I'm just running around the next couple weeks, which makes some scheduling stuff difficult. Marsh, I also stream with Marsh. Shoot, yes, I need shout-outs for all my friends that I stream with. Here we go. I'm just going to put another one here. Marsh is great. I stream VNs with him. That's why I'm doing VN stuff here, because Marsh showed me the right way to do it. Yeah, so we'll be getting that going. We were reading Remember the Flowers over there. Marsh hasn't read it yet, so that's been a ton of fun to go through with him. Let's do that. Yeah, that's good. more VNs here. I don't know if I want to set up another streaming day for it, but for sure Wednesdays will be. Again, as I mentioned at the beginning of stream, little rough doing a stream right after therapy, but that's okay. You know, we're working on it. We're working on ourselves. We're getting that self-improvement. I highly encourage it if you have the opportunity and the ability to do so for yourself. It's good for checking up on your mental health, getting that professional perspective. Highly recommend it. It's good. I usually give myself an hour, yeah. And that's what I did today, is I was having some of that mushroom coffee. Oh boy. That is a big ol'... No, we're gonna go with flushes. I'm gonna get... Oh. Do I branch out? Oh. No, I should just keep that. I should just keep that. Yeah. Yeah. So I give myself a little bit of a wind down time. And that helps. Diamond cards are debuffed. Shit. Oh, that's gonna suck. Okay, maybe there's a reroll. We'll see. I don't know. Yeah. It's been okay though. Getting that wind down time, getting to prepare, because usually, I mean, like, even if it is rough, there's a nice little bit of reflection time there. So, you know, it's good. And being able to get on and hang out with y'all and read stuff is generally a mood booster for me. You know, just like my trivia nights. It's a good way for me to just get into that hosting mindset, and then I'm just not worrying about anything for a little while. Honestly, like, I haven't been thinking about what we were talking about at therapy, like, the whole time. Like, which is good, right? Because that lets the subconscious stew on it a little bit. So, it's been okay. It's been good. Ugh, look at that beautiful straight flush. Discarded. Get him out of here. Ugh. Sure. No, that's awful. I gotta use the discard. Yeah. So, you know, it's a good time. I do gotta figure out who we're gonna raid, though. I definitely appreciate y'all spending time with me. And we gotta spread the love, right? We gotta see who else we can say hi to. Who else we can... Oh, cool! Okay. Yeah, you know, I told Alstar that if he was still going while I was streaming, that we might do that. So let me see where Alstar is here. Yeah, okay. Alright, we'll set that up then. Yeah, I was looking at Toma. And I think I will raid Toma next time. But All-Stars is just trying to get his channel going, and I told him I'd swing through. So I'll give Toma a raid next time around, but we'll set it up to go raid All-Star. So yeah, we'll see what All-Star's up to. I appreciate y'all coming to hang out. I'm gonna finish this game of Balatro, and then I'm gonna go pack. But I do have this set up. We're raiding and we're full of caffeine. Thank y'all for coming to the cafe. I appreciate you as always. I hope your time here was comfy cozy. Werewolf Dad is kicking you out though. Let's go be hyperactive and happy over on All-Star's channel. Thanks folks, have a great rest of your day. Or if you're going to bed, good night.